By the title of this video, you can see what we are about to make today. So keep watching and I'm going to show you step by step. So the very first thing you want to do, of course, is grab some gloves and you want to wash and clean your raw chicken. You do wash chicken. I don't know who keep telling people that you don't, but you do. So the next thing you want to do is grab a paring knife and you want to butterfly your chicken breast. If you don't know what butterflying is, it's just opening up the chicken but not cutting all the way through. It should look exactly like this. So the next thing you want to do is you want to prepare the seasoning. So if you can see here, I have a chicken rub, I have Creole white pepper, the herb blend that I use, and literally all you do is just go ahead and mix them all together in a separate container. I don't like doing one by one, it's just time consuming, so I just kind of mix everything together in its own container. So you can use as much as you want, you can use as little as you want, but if you do keep in mind, I do not use extra salt. I don't put salt in here at all. In any of my entrees, I don't use salt. I do put them in the side dishes. So this is about how much I've used for the chicken. Now you want to go ahead and you want to mix it. This part, you need to take your time. You want to actually sit there and season the chicken, make sure every end is rubbed in it. That's why I tell people, if you don't have patience, do not cook. If you are hungry, do not cook because you're going to mess it up. So if you watch me, it's speeded up because of the sake of the video, but you'll see me rubbing it all the way in. You don't want to add any olive oil or anything because this is a rub. So this is just me going ahead and I'm rubbing it in, showing it a little bit of love. So after you get done with this, of course, you want to change your gloves. You don't want raw to touch cooked. Cross-contamination, look it up. It's real. So now we want to prepare our asparagus. You just want to take the ends off. Normally I just pop these off, but because I wanted it to look uniform, I went ahead and chopped them off. But normally it's just the wherever it's tender at, it'll pop itself off, but you can pretty much tell what end needs to come off. So I did 4 chicken breasts. Each chicken breast had 3 pieces of asparagus. So this is the gourmet cheese that I am going to use, which is a garlic herb jack cheese. It looks like this. This is gourmet cheese from Sam's Club. So when you prepare this, I'm doing 4 pieces of chicken. It depends on how many pieces of chicken that you have. So I have 4 cuts. You don't want to make them too thin, and you do not want to make them too thick because you don't want that to overpower the chicken, the whole meal. So right here, you just see me preparing the gourmet cheese, and this is what it looks like. This is the size that I selected. I thought was a good size. So next up, we are going to prepare the prosciutto. You want to get thinly sliced prosciutto. Got this from Sam's Club as well. So the only way to prepare this is that you want to peel it off. So you want to peel about 3 or 4 slices apart, or it's going to take a long time when you're trying to wrap the chicken. So the next thing you want to do is we're about to stuff the chicken. There's a technique to this, so keep watching closely and pay attention. So you want to open up the chicken and you want to take 3 pieces of asparagus and you want to sit them in the middle. You want to make sure that the asparagus is flat. And then you want to take a piece of cheese and lay it on top. Then you want to take the front of the chicken and fold it over. This is how you want it to look. So for the prosciutto, you want to lay it across and cover all raw pieces of chicken. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if you see me doing it here, you see me moving it around and laying it. You want to fold it over. Get it as much as you can because you want to wrap it around. Then you want to take some toothpicks. Make sure you push them all the way down, but not down to the point where you can't pull them out after they come out the oven. So this is what this is supposed to look like. And depending on how many you're making, you want to have them look like this in the end. So I did 4, and this cookie sheet held 4. So this is exactly what it is supposed to look like before you start the cooking process. So it is going to look like this. In the next step, you want to grab yourself a large pan and you want to select the oil of your choice. I chose avocado oil. You want to take probably 3 or 4 tablespoons of this. It needs to cover the whole bottom of the pan. You don't want a lot of oil in there. So now we are about to cook. So when you place them in the pan, the raw chicken should not be touching each other. So have a big enough pan for how many pieces of chicken that you're going to do, and make sure that it does not touch. The vegetables can touch, but the chicken, give it a little bit of room, because we want that to, sear, smell all good, and, cook evenly. So after you cook it, you want to cook it for about 3 to 4 minutes per side. Now, we are going to finish these in the oven, so that is why I said 3 to 4 minutes in a pan per side. So the next thing you want to do after you flip them over for the first time is you want to go ahead and set your oven to 375. Go ahead and preheat it. If you want to do 370, you can. After that, you want to take it out of the pan and you want to put it on a cookie sheet. Don't throw away the oil. Take the oil and put it over the chicken in the cookie sheet. So that's the next thing that you want to do. So make sure you do not throw that oil away. So now we're going to have to bake this for 10 minutes. That 10 minutes is going to melt any cheese that's not melted, and then cook any prosciutto that's not cooked, and then leave the chicken very, very juicy. So after they come out of the oven, they're going to look like this. This is what you want to see. You want to see the cheese coming out of it, and you want to take the excess juices and go ahead and transfer it into a serving dish. Pour those juices over it, and then this is the finished product. Now, how you plate it is up to you. It's several different ways you can plate this, but I just did the regular plating. You're about to see in the next clip. Just take one. Do not forget to take the toothpicks out. Once it's done cooking, remove the toothpicks and then put it in the plate. You're gonna go ahead and garnish it. These are the potatoes that I got. I showed you guys how to make in the last video. And you want to just go ahead and garnish this with a little bit of dill. You do dill or chives. I use dill. Go ahead and, sprinkle it on top. And this is what it looks like. So I hope you enjoy it, and I will see y'all in the next video.